Jessica's revenge. Meghan finds herself in a challenging situation as her closest friend gets ready to reveal some dark and troubling truths. Greetings, everyone, and a heartfelt greeting as you join us again on the esteemed Princess Diana News YouTube channel. According to a royal insider, Meghan is currently experiencing restless nights due to concerns about her former close friend potentially divulging negative information about their relationship. In a recent social media post, Jessica Maroney intriguingly discussed her ability to detach emotionally, referring to the end of her friendship with Meghan 3 years ago. Okay, so everything reached a critical point following the BLM demonstrations when lifestyle influencer Sasha Exeter voiced her concerns about Jessica Mulroney's troubling actions and advantages due to her race, as described by Exeter. During the entire difficult situation, Meghan chose to remain quiet and refrained from publicly expressing her support for her friend. Since that time, the relationship between the two has become distant. They have stayed completely separate and have not been spotted together whatsoever. However, according to insiders from her magazine, the potential for Jessica to disclose information about Meghan and Harry is causing significant apprehension. Meghan has been fortunate enough to escape any revealing disclosures from her former friend, according to a source. Jessica possesses an intimate understanding of Meghan. They were each other's closest and most trusted companion throughout their decade-long friendship. At present, Harry and Meghan's foremost concern revolves around the possibility of someone close to Meghan disclosing sensitive information, potentially leading to her embarrassment. Another source mentioned in the Globe that Jessica has been eagerly anticipating the opportunity to share her perspective on the aftermath of being affected by Meghan Markle's actions for a significant period of time. Jessica, confident in her writing abilities, was certain that her upcoming work would become a bestseller. After all the negativity and misinformation thrown her way, Meghan truly deserves to uncover the genuine truth. It is rightful for those whom she has wronged to express their perspective on the matter. Angela Levin shared this news on X, expressing her satisfaction that it is about time. Someone taught them a lesson in the same way they had previously done to others. The consequences of one's actions will eventually catch up to them. Perhaps Meghan Good could benefit from understanding the pain and suffering she has caused others. The irony in this is quite delightful. Currently, they have become the ultimate informants, displaying a complete lack of concern for precision. They have no concern or interest. In their perspective, they simply express their own beliefs and likely anticipate negativity from others. Jessica had the privilege of not being restricted by non-disclosure agreements, which the unfortunate children in Harlem were subjected to. Meghan has fabricated numerous malicious falsehoods about others, thus, it is imperative that someone finally reveals the reality about her. She is entitled to nothing short of what she deserves. If Meghan is innocent, why would she be so concerned about Jessica's potential revelations? It is my wish for Jessica to reveal the truth. To be completely honest, confessing that would definitely ease my mind before bedtime. Wouldn't it be advantageous if we could uncover all the hidden secrets and scandals about Meghan, the numerous unpleasant facts she keeps concealed? The principle of fairness suggests that what is acceptable for one should also apply to another, and consequences tend to circle back eventually. If Meghan and Harry feel justified in targeting and humiliating others for financial gain, they should not be surprised if others reciprocate and do the same to them. It would be a satisfying form of karma, and witnessing it would be delightful. It's inevitable that once one person unveils their truth, others will soon follow suit. I have sufficient knowledge of Meghan's character without the need for any enlightening revelations. Meghan lacks belief in the true essence of friendship. She manipulates individuals for her benefit and discards them once they have served their purpose. Jessica Maroney learned this lesson through personal experience, and it is my hope that she expresses her truth using the same language as Meghan. Meghan has fabricated numerous false narratives about her personal life, background, schooling, her father, her family, and even her connections to the royal family. If she believes it will help her climb the social hierarchy, she exploits and manipulates others. These individuals lack the opportunity to form genuine connections with others. They lack the ability to truly appreciate individuals for their authentic selves. Meghan exclusively seeks to associate with individuals occupying elevated positions. She holds the belief that associating with individuals of higher wealth can assist her in achieving her desired goals. Piers Morgan and the remaining skeptics are completely correct. Meghan stands out as a particularly adept swindler within the duo. I strongly feel that Harry is currently reconsidering his decision to marry Meghan. Inevitably, he is unable to avoid revisiting his past and abruptly acknowledging that he enjoyed a significantly superior life in those earlier moments. If Harry possessed a higher level of intelligence, I believe he would consider ending his relationship with Meghan, or else he wouldn't have been involved with her from the beginning. However, it is worth noting that he has developed an Oedipus complex, and Meghan has successfully persuaded him that she embodies the spirit of his deceased mother. She fulfills all of his needs, manipulates him fully, coordinates all of his activities, expects him to comply with her every desire, and reprimands him if he fails to obey. Meghan holds complete control over every aspect of Harry's life. However, regrettably, she has not received the acknowledgement she feels she is entitled to. Despite her ardent efforts to gain public admiration, she lacks the ability to exhibit genuine modesty. She has a lack of understanding on how to demonstrate empathy towards others, with the exception being herself. I am convinced that her behavior towards Harry has escalated as she has entered into a phase of devaluing him. What possible solution can a foolish prince come up with to escape this predicament? Now, let's listen to your thoughts on the troubling relationship between Meghan and Harry. Carmen Adams expresses the necessity of returning. That is a massive understatement. Next, we have Harry, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. It is unfortunate for him that, in my belief, love is often seen as a beautiful thing, yet it can also bring immense pain in the long run. It would be wise for him to carefully consider marrying her, as the possibility of a deep and immediate love connection cannot be foreseen. I understand the main idea conveyed in this message and I am in agreement with your viewpoint. Love is expected to be a remarkable experience. It is important to engage in activities without losing one's identity and sense of self. However, Harry has found himself in that exact situation. Next, we have Danielle. That image of her is truly dreadful. Aren't all of them like that, though? Harry lacks the courage to end his relationship with her. No, it doesn't seem to be the case. He might come across them inside her purse. I hope Gwendolyn successfully brings her 2 children back to the United Kingdom. Make sure Meghan is left with all her belongings at home. Where will he find children when they do not have any? Naturally, it is evident that Kate and London's relationship has ended. No marriage can endure the separation caused by being uprooted from one's homeland, one's continent, and one's loved ones. Harry was a true prince residing in the United Kingdom, where he was commonly addressed as Your Royal Highness and shown great respect through bowing. He was surrounded by a team of maids to handle his cleaning, chefs to cater to his culinary needs, and an entourage of advisors who helped elevate his worldwide fame. He never had to work a single day in his life as all his expenses were completely taken care of. In hindsight, it is likely that had they achieved significant accomplishments in the United States, their marriage would have endured and flourished. To put it simply, the rulers of America, the King and Queen. Ultimately, the value of all his efforts would have been justified if only things had turned out differently. In just a short span of time, his global adoration turned into worldwide ridicule, making it impossible for any marriage to withstand such a downfall. Wow, what an exceptional remark. Naturally, I have high expectations for you now, however, you truly surpass them effortlessly. In addition to being in a relationship with an abusive narcissist, it's evident that Harry has tragically lost his true identity. He was once extremely well-liked. Once admired, he now finds himself the subject of laughter instead of admiration. If he fails to recognize that marrying Meghan was a mistake even after considering all this, I'm at a loss for what else could convince him. Nonetheless, I concur with your viewpoint. In my opinion, it appears to be already finished. It appears that we have received some replies. We have a young lady from the Irish Channel, whose father was responsible for covering all her expenses and sustaining her way of living. Furthermore, Sharman is prominently featured, accompanied by a multitude of applauding hands. I replicated the exact action. We have Diane, also known as Meghan the Destroyer, the remarkable lady who transformed a prince into a frog with just a single kiss. I am quite fond of that particular option. Gemma was not only laughing uncontrollably but also, notably so. She is widely regarded as the most despised woman globally. Some argue that there is no reason to despise her. You are interested in determining if they have visual and auditory impairments. It is highly likely that they are. I strongly believe that there is a significant issue with those individuals. Next, we have the mountain spider. However, the issue lies in the fact that they were destined to never seize the title of King and Queen of America, due to the reluctance of Americans to embrace royalty. Yes, I completely concur that this issue has been present since the outset. Naturally, the plan was bound to fail as it was extremely foolish. After some time, Danielle matured while Harry chose to depart willingly. He has repeatedly expressed his affection for his current lifestyle. There are numerous activities he engages in America that are impossible for him to partake in England. What do you mean? Do you mean being mocked? Do you mean being rejected by society? I agree, he wouldn't be able to experience those things in England. Perhaps he was subjected to ridicule, I assume. Nevertheless, I highly doubt that he derives any pleasure from his current existence. He only makes that statement due to Meghan's influence. Next, we have Hart. He is committed to never abandoning her. Together, they share offspring. In my opinion, he will remain committed to her regardless of the circumstances. However, should she desire to put an end to it, that's an entirely separate matter. Afterward, Kez appeared. I really don't want him to return to the UK. Most of us Brits will hold a grudge against him forever for his unimpressive behavior beside cringe as she showed complete disrespect towards our cherished late Queen. It continues to be a topic of frequent discussion, accompanied by a mocking curtsy. Individuals are finding it hard to move on from the situation. Whinge is permanently banned. I believe the majority of British people share this sentiment and are fortunate to have Pocket Nunu. I wonder if it is true that Harry departs from the United States. I will only trust it once I witness it with my own eyes. I have confidence in the future occurrence of this event. It is yet to occur. I absolutely adore the username NowIronHangers, it's just brilliant. I understand the reference and I hope everyone else does too. NowIronHangers declares that both relationships have ended. The ultimate nail in their coffin was the presence of South Park. I believe the same to be true. If things were not already difficult for them, it is hard to imagine a worse scenario. With Kirsten's presence, it seems like they could use some assistance from the South Fork. Agnes, they have been dependent on life support for several months now. Both lack the intelligence to comprehend this fact. I strongly believe that Agnes has made an insightful observation. I believe that's one aspect contributing to the issue. Both of them lack the self-awareness to realize that they have reached the end. Next, let's consider Irene. It would be greatly appreciated if the creators of South Park considered making a sequel. Are the creators of South Park currently paying attention? We kindly request that you fulfill our desires. Okay, let's continue. Delilah just made a comment that disproves the belief that coming to America guarantees success. Yes, they faced the consequences of their actions. Observing the emasculation and solitude experienced by user ET2 is undoubtedly a distressing sight. Meghan has successfully brought Harry down to her standards, resulting in their brand becoming highly negative and undesirable. Indeed, additionally, there's Sheila, an equally troublesome individual. It's worth mentioning that she's not alone in her antics, as there is also a middle-aged gentleman named Sheila who has managed to evade any repercussions for his negative actions. Why is there such a strong desire for him to separate from her? If he does, it means that the British public will be financially supporting him. Oh, it appears that I hadn't fully considered that aspect. I am uncertain about it. I don't believe the British citizens will have to financially support him since the royal family possesses substantial private wealth independent of taxpayer contributions. Furthermore, he will never resume his duties as a member of the royal family. I believe his father will cover his expenses, although it may not necessarily burden the taxpayers. Next, let's not forget about Gregory. Harry's realization that he is merely a pawn in her strategic plan requires a considerable amount of bravery. If he still hasn't come to that realization, it would suggest that his intelligence is lower than what we initially believed. Okay, let's continue. Wonder Woman is done, Dolores. We need to reprogram Harry. Indeed, that statement holds great validity. I am uncertain regarding the person responsible for completing the task. I have no desire to. Pimco, congratulations, Irene believes that whatever is being presented seems too good to be true. It is necessary for each of us to demonstrate our support by signing a petition. One discourse revolves around substance abuse while the other pertains to frequent cannabis users. At present, where does he have any prospects to go? No place is willing to accommodate him. The Viper. I foresee a forthcoming predicament that he will soon encounter. According to Sue, once she snaps her fingers, he will immediately return. I must concede, you are likely correct. Susan is expressing her disappointment and frustration, hoping to avoid the long and tedious journey of experiencing this particular chapter. Liz's subsequent remark highlights the unparalleled global influence of South Park's privacy tour. I wholeheartedly concur. Paula, hello, Paula personally believes that they are solely driven by materialism, desiring only the finest things in life served to them effortlessly. Their lack of understanding lies in the fact that a person's utmost power originates from their own inner self and their loved ones. I would like to express my gratitude to everyone for their viewership and engagement in the discourse surrounding this news. Rest assured, we will return for more in the forthcoming videos. Currently, I must bid farewell, but rest assured, we will meet again in the near future. Before you leave, kindly remember to click on the like button and subscribe to Princess Diana News channel to ensure you stay updated with the latest happenings.